Of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalayam, I admit you to the honorary degree of Doctors of Letters of this Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalayam, Tirupati, on account of your eminent position and attainment, and in token thereof, you have been presented with this degree, and I authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degree.
Yes.
You please go ahead on me.
Vani from Biochemistry, Biosciences and Sericulture, Ms. P. Sarada, Biotechnology, Sujata and Durga Mahalakshmi, Botany, Manjula, Computer Science, Anita and Hemalata, Home Science, Hema and Niharika.
On this happy occasion of 18th convocation of Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, I am extremely delighted to be a part of this great event, which is an important milestone in the university traditions, and of course very unfortunate to celebrate amidst the pandemic COVID-19 while following the COVID protocols, and some of them are lucky enough to be a part of this event in live, and many hundreds and thousands of people who are watching through virtual media. We all admit that women's education is of paramount importance for the socio-economic development of the societies. Any state which neglect the development of women, not focusing on empowering the women, have not progressed or prospered. Educational, economical and political empowerment of women is only the way for progress development of the states and the nation. In my view, education and educating the girl child should be the prime concern of any state, and that should be the most important thing for affecting any social change. As you all know, at the time of independence, when we inherited this country from the British Empire, there was only 14% of the literate population. Now, after 75 years of independence, as we celebrate the Diamond Jubilees, still we have not reached 100%. As per 2011 census, only 74% or 76% of the men are literate, and 10% less than them, and around 65% of the women are literate. There are a lot of challenges for women's education in this country, and especially the state. The negative parental attitude inadequate school facilities, shortage of female teachers, gender gaps in university education, gender bias in the curriculum. They are some of the challenges which we need to address, and we are still struggling to address them partly and not in complete shape. Parents want girls to be taken care of their siblings at home. If there is a financial problem in the family and there is a choice between a boy and girl who need to be educated, then definitely the choice goes in favor of the boy, the male child. This negative attitude of the parents towards girls' education need to change. When it comes to the school facilities, you know, in most of these schools, government schools, in the past, till the advent of this new government,
Honorable Chancellor and His Excellency Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Biswabhushan Harichandan Garu, to deliver the convocation address.
Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalayam, located in the holy city of Tirupati, situated at the lotus feet of Lord Venkateswara, is a distinct university, not just because it is the first university in the state of Andhra Pradesh exclusively for women, but also because of its mission to empower women with more knowledge, capacity enhancement, skill, and contribution to the development of the society. I am happy to note that Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalayam, as a women's university, has been making consistent efforts in maintaining gender equity and gender parity. Amid the global wave of COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns, there is an unprecedented rise in e-learning. The havoc caused by pandemic across the world since December 2019 made its impact on all critical sectors, and education has been affected the most. Educational institutions in India, based on traditional methods of learning, following the traditional setup of face-to-face learning in a classroom setting, had to transform to online platform. Although many academic institutions have started blended approach of learning, the education system across the world had to shift entirely to digital mode through online teaching learning system. Apart from the various challenges of the globalization, poor enrollment of women in higher education is another major challenge for many Indian universities. Yet another concern is striving towards the winning credibility in the ever-changing socio-technological competitive educational environment. To keep pace with these challenges, the university requires a special effort in creating unique strategies to promote vibrant perception in the minds of the public and academicians. It is the time to create a special environment to make the students and academicians to be part of these challenges, to realize the pace of change and learn to progress. I strongly believe that we Indians have the capability of adapting and be highly resilient to any changing situation. This instills confidence in all of us to face any change. The success across countries has recognized that higher education is the key driver to growth. Education has been perceived as a tool of social change advancement and development in any society and any nation. In tune with the new Education Policy 2020, higher educational institutions are expected to transform into a global hub of knowledge partners by adopting measures in improving the quality of education in terms of acquisition of knowledge, skills, and building strong industry and community connections. 2. Empowering girl students to be self-sustained, employable, and entrepreneurial. Skill-based learning and training for better career options. Creating ecosystem for national and international exchange collaborations and cooperation. Connecting communities to create sensitization on women education and hand-holding them to be part of mainstream development in the national agenda. I'm happy with the commitment of Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya towards online teaching, learning, research on the campus innovation and entrepreneurial activities and community connect outreach activities during these days of pandemic.
Lavanya, Sarita,